Acadiana's hottest music. Good morning at 7:05 on what is a beautiful day. High today near 91. It's going to be warm out today and a low tonight near 69. That was Nicki Minaj at 7:05. Chris Reed on air. Candace would normally be on the mic now, but Candace is behind me videoing because we've got a special guest in the studio, and we're going to welcome in Charlene Schunick, and the last name will ring a bell here in Lafayette. You are the older sister of Mickey, who is missing here in Lafayette. And look, before we start, I want to say this. I know what you and your family are going through right now. I know you're super busy and all. For you to take time to come onto the station and talk to us and to the listeners and let them know what your family needs of us, on behalf of everybody here at Town Square Media, I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
And we spoke briefly via text and all. And as I told you, until your sister is home, we will be with you, by your side. So thank you again for coming in. Let's get to it. If you don't know the story about Mickey, here's the story that is beginning to actually make national news now. She is the 21-year-old UL student who has gone missing as of Saturday morning when she was leaving a friend's home around the St. Streets here in Lafayette, which isn't far from downtown. Specifically, she left 100 Ryan and was making her way back home towards Congress and Ambassador. And by the way, we've got the entire route that friends and family believe she may have taken because she was accustomed to taking that route. That route is highlighted at 1079inside.com. What do we know so far? We are 3 days into her missing. Charlene, what do we know now?
As far as leads go, we haven't heard anything. People have been calling in. There's nothing that we've been told by anyone official. There's nothing we can do about any of those leads that people have given us. At this point, we've kind of been reaching out to surrounding cities and states all along the Gulf Coast, South Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, just getting the word out. I know Nancy Grace picked it up. The nation's looking for it right now. We're just hoping someone somewhere sees something.
I was telling Brentley, who was in here yesterday, who has organized a lot of the search efforts, which we're going to get into minutes here on the show. I was telling Brentley, often when I'm coming home late at night, I see a lot of things that don't register. And then the next day I sit back and I think about what I saw. Maybe someone saw something so minor that it went over their head. But if you sit down and take a second, if you were driving in Lafayette around Johnston and West Congress, by the Cajun Dome, by the Blackham Coliseum, downtown Lafayette, if you saw maybe anything out of the ordinary, maybe a young lady on a bicycle on Saturday morning after 1:45, and if you want to take time and think about where you saw her, because we need to know where the last place she was seen. Something so minor could be so big in such an investigation. And that's what's going on right now with state police, the FBI, Lafayette police. And Lafayette police have also put out a hotline for tipsters, right?
Yeah. The number is 337-291-8633. I know that when people have been trying to call the other number we were giving out, it's not working anymore. So you have to call this hotline if you have any tips about this case. It's specifically for Mickey.
I want to say this. This is a story that has grabbed the hearts of so many people in this town, so many people in Acadiana. I go to bed thinking about this story. I wake up thinking about this story. I'm riding around Lafayette looking at people on bicycles. I've been overwhelmed by this story, and so many people have too. You and your family have got to be overwhelmed by the amount of people that have come forth.
There are no words that we can use to describe the outreach from the community here in Louisiana in general, but especially in Lafayette and the surrounding areas. I think that I've seen people from my elementary school, middle school, high school, college, just people who we met out at bars, have been coming over, looking for hours, going through coulees, bushes, ditches, everything for us. So, it's incredible.
I think a lot of people are asking, why did Mickey get on the bike at 2 in the morning and go home? Why did she not let someone bring her home? Why did she risk getting on a bike at 2 in the morning and go? Her home is about 4 miles away from where she was. Why did she get on a bike, Charlene, and do that for whatever reason that you know?
My sister's a cycler and a biker, and so are all of her friends. So are all of my friends, pretty much. It's not... Her getting on the bike at 2 o'clock in the morning wasn't something that's abnormal. She does it every day. She's a horseback rider. She's a biker. She's really strong. 4 miles is like 1 mile. You know, it's just nothing. And she goes fast. So that's the most concerning part is, you know, what made her get off her bicycle in the first place?
Did she ever express to you that she would be afraid to travel at night?
She talked about it all the time, the precautions she takes. She always had her pepper spray on hand. You know, she was very aware. She would never stop and talk to anyone or get off for any reason that we can even think of. So she was very cautious.
I want to ask you this, because we've seen a number of cases in Lafayette where kids go missing and then ultimately come back a few days later. Did your sister ever express any interest in running away or leaving things behind just to go her own way?
No, I mean, she's graduating from UL in the fall in anthropology. She's going to move out to New Orleans. She had all these plans for her life, you know. Her birthday was yesterday. We were supposed to be in New Orleans. We were going to go tubing Sunday. I mean, it's just, if she was going to do it, she would have told somebody. She would have said something to someone, and no one's heard anything about it. I mean, not a single person that we know has even thought that, because it's just, it's not a possibility.
I want to ask you this question, and it could be hard to answer, but there's the possibility that the person who may have abducted your sister is listening now. What would you tell that person?
I mean, just please bring her back. If you want money, we'll give you money. We have so much money right now. We'll give it all to you. Just please, don't hurt her, and just bring her back to us. We'll do anything you want. Just bring her back, please.
There are so many people looking for this 21-year-old here in Lafayette, and it's a story that is, like I said, it's grabbed the hearts of so many people here in Acadiana. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about the efforts that are going on today here in Lafayette. So stick around, and again, the photo of Mickey is on our website at 1079si.com, and the bicycle that she was on that is still missing is also there. So do me a favor and engrave it in your memory at 1079si.com.